Ydy, mae nos Iau yn barod a mae hynny mond yn golygu un peth. Mae'r Indigo Prem yn ôl a mae wedi bod yn ddechrau cyffroes i'r tymor ar S4C.
Derby anferthol am ffordd i ddechrau tymor newydd. Pont y Pryd, cais cynta'r dydd. Y gig bach drwad gan Fish a'r cais yn dod i pinches. Ac am gais i Cameron win it. Buddigoliaeth mewn gêm derby hynod o gystadleuol.
Gêm gartref cynta'r tymor i Abertawe. Digon o le ar y chwig ac cyflymder arbennig Phillips a'r dewiniad sydd yn mynd i groes i'r linell am gais. Mae'r afan yn rhy gryf ac yn edrych fel un o'r tîmau cryfa eleni.
Y ddau dîm gorau yn yr Indigo Prem.
Evan Daniel, ond dwi'n mynd yr holl ffordd, ond dwi'n ambasio, nag yw! Gwilym Bradley wedi yn mynd i edrych nôl, am gyflymdrag am Gwilym Bradley! Mae'r cloc yn goch, buddigoliaeth i Gaerdydd oedd un agosach na o'n nhw yn gobeithio.
160 o bwyntiau wedi sgorio o flaen ein camerâu yn y tair wythnos gyntaf, a ni'n hyderus bod mwy i ddod heno. Rydyn ni ym Mhen y Bont wrth iddyn nhw groesawu Merthyr i Gaerbragdy. Roedd yn haf prysur i'r tîm cartre wrth i Tom Smith cael ei benodi'n brif hyfforddwr ac fe arwyddodd 14 chwaraewr newydd. Ond maen nhw dal yn edrych am ei buddigoliaeth gyntaf o'r tymor ar ôl colli'n drom yn erbyn Aberafan a Phont y Pryd. Cyn i Gaerdydd ennill y bencampwriaeth tymor diwetha, Merthyr oedd wedi codi'r tlws y tair blwyddyn flaenorol. Buddigoliaeth yn erbyn Rugby Gogledd Cymru yn yr wythnos gyntaf, ond mae tîm Roland Phillips yn edrych i daro nôl ar ôl colled yn erbyn Llanymddyfri wythnos diwetha. Croeso cynnes i chi y tro cyntaf i ni fod ar Gaerbragdy y tymor hwn, ond y trydydd tro i Steph Hughes ymuno ni fel pundit. Ni'n falch i gael ti, Steph. Ond mae hynny'n golygu fod ti wedi gael cryn dipyn o'r gyngrair. Pa tîmau sydd wedi creu argraff yn y tîm o'r belled?
Wel, yn gyntaf fi'n credu mae'r gyngrair wedi bod yn gret i wylio, mae'r gemau wedi bod yn gystadleuol. Mae Caerdydd yn amlwg yn tîm sy'n sefyll mas, mae'r dyfnder sydd gyda nhw yn y garfan yn ardderchog mor belled. Felly, bydd nhw'n anodd i feiddi, mae Aberafon a Llandyfri hefyd wedi bod yn dda, felly yn edrych mlaen i'r tymor.
Wel, yn swyddogol ni yn wythnos 4, dyma sut mae pethau'n edrych. Dim ond Aberafan ac Abertawe sydd wedi chwarae tair gêm, y gweddill wedi chwarae 2, a 4 tîm hyd yn hyn sy'n ddigiro. Mae Merthyr, maen nhw yn yr 8fed safle ar ôl benni'n y 6fed safle tymor diwetha, a Mhen y Bont ymysg gwelodion yn edrych am ei buddigoliaeth gyntaf. A maen nhw'n edrych am ei buddigoliaeth gyntaf yn ei gêm gyntaf ar eu tom yn ei hunain eleni. Maen nhw wedi colli'n drom yn erbyn Phont y Pryd, yn erbyn Aberafan, pawbeth sy'n nhw heno. Pa mor bwysig bod heno yn sfardino i tymor?
Wel, mae'n bwysig, wrth gwrs, maen nhw'n gytre am y tro cyntaf. Mae rhaid i nhw bod yn well yn amlwg yn y darnau gosod, mae rhaid i nhw chwarae wellau bach fwy o dwysedd, ond hefyd mae rhaid i nhw amddiffyn bach yn well na maen nhw wedi wneud mor belled. Wedig yn erbyn tîm cryf fel Merthyr, mae rhaid bod chi'n amddiffyn yn dda. A gytre, mae rhaid chi dechrau'r gêm yn dda. Fi'n siŵr bod nhw'n awyddus i wneud hwnna heno. Ni'n
gweld enw fe'n cropol am yna. Evan Yardley wedi ymuno â Gaerdydd fel bachwr. Yn anaml chi'n gweld pencampwr yn... Wel, mae'n dod ar bapur i wario i dîm sy'n llawer mwy gwan, ond mae'n fachgen lleol, mae'n gweithio'n agos, mae'n gyfleus iddo fe. Faint o hwb yw e i Ben y Bont?
Mae'n enfawr i Ben y Bont i gael rhywun o profiad Evan yn y tîm. Chywod, y gwaith mae'n neud rownd y ca, ond hefyd y gwaith sy'n mae'n neud yn y darnau gosod. Gyda profiad o chwarae i Rugby Caerdydd blwyddyn diwetha yn erbyn Harlequins yn cwpan Ewrop ar ôl i nhw gael y Covid, felly fydd e'n enfawr i Bridgend heno.
Lot o newidiadau i Ben y Bont, ond un newid mawr i Merthyr. Roland Phillips yn dod mewn fel hyfforddwr, mae Dale McIntosh wrth gwrs cyn eleni, di bod gyda'r clwb am flynyddoedd maith. Pa mor anodd yw e, ti'n gwybod yn well na neb, i weld hyfforddwr yn mynd a dod gyda'r sgael esgus i sawl un, faint o amser mae'n cymryd?
Wel, mae'n gallu cymryd lan at blwyddyn, os ddim fwy, felly mae'n anodd iawn i ni i feirniadu Roland mor belled pythefnos mae wedi bod, ond fi'n siŵr bydd e a'r chwaraewyr yn awyddus i berfformio'n well na maen nhw wedi gwneud y pythefnos diwetha. Ond mae'n cymryd amser i dod y steil i hynny mewn i'r tîm, a fi'n siŵr fel mae'r gêm yn datblygu, gewn ni weld bach fwy o'r stael pob wythnos.
Yn gweld Lloyd Ashley fyna'n cerdded i ffwrdd y chwaraewr sydd wedi ymuno. Pa mor bwysig mae hyn o, os maen nhw ananelu am y 4 ucha, mae'n rhaid ennill yn dda, Steph.
Wel, wrth gwrs, chymod, pa mor gystadleuol mae'r pencampwriaeth eleni. Mae rai chi ennill bron pob gêm i gystadlu â tîm oedd cryf fel Caerdydd. Dwi'n yn traddodiadol, ni'n gwybod mae Merthyr yn tîm dda, maen nhw'n tîm cryf, ond mae rhaid i nhw ennill hyn, ond maen nhw wedi cochi'r 2 gêm diwetha a cochi'n drwm yn anffodus i nhw, felly bydd nhw'n awyddus iawn i gael perfformiad da hyn o.
Diolch am y tro, Steph, yn rhan o'n tîm ni yn y Gymraeg, ond mi charwan chi trwy'r gêm yn y Saesneg, mae Philip Tytiet a Phil Steele.
Yes, thanks, Lauren. Every week we'll be offering English language commentary. I'm delighted to say that my co-commentator this week is Philippa Tytiet, former Wales three-quarter. A difficult one to predict, this one, Philippa, because Merthyr have endured a stuttering start of the season. They took a real thumping last week at home to Llandyfri. And Bridgend, although they've lost 2 from 2, we know from past experience they've always got a performance in them. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, this is really difficult to call, and it's very early on in the season. Like you say, Merthyr 1-1, lost 1, Bridgend 2 heavy defeats. But this is the first time they're playing at home, so could the home crowd bring out the best in them? It's going to be a tough call because it was a tight turnaround. They only played on Saturday, so we've seen a lot of rotation in their squad, which isn't ideal when you're trying to build some momentum. But you look at the history books, and it's really close between these. Merthyr probably just edge it, but they did play a friendly, pre-season friendly. I don't know how much you can take from that, but Bridgend just won that one. So could it be the difference, the fact that they're at home? Maybe.
Must watch this one then, I reckon. S4C click, S4C YouTube and the WRU website. You're very welcome for English commentary.
Diolch, Phil. Wel, yn ymuno, dyn ni nawr, mae canolor pen y font, Joseph Gatt. Joseph, diolch am cadw cwmni ni cyn y gêm. Eich gêm gynta ar gair bragdi eleni. Chi wedi meiddi i Merthyr nôl yn yr haf o 2 bwynt. Pa mor wahanol fydd yr her mae heno?
Mae'r tîm oedd wedi newid yn credu o'r friendly. Ond mae'r boys yn edrych ymlaen at y challenge. Ni'n gwybod beth bydd Merthyr yn y dod. Bydd nhw'n corfforol iawn ac cael strwythrydd eitha dda. So mae'r boys yn edrych ymlaen.
Hi Joseph, yn amlwg fel ti wedi siarad yma Merthyr yn gorfforol iawn, mae pac cryf gyda nhw hefyd. Ydy cadw'r bêl yn fyw a cadw'r bêl ar y can, rhywbeth chi'n trial wneud hyn o?
Dylen ni lledaenu'r bêl ac fel dwedwch chi, trio cadw tempo uchel, symud blaenwyr nhw mawr dros y parc ac trio chwarae tu ôl nhw. So, hopefully, cadw'r tempo'n uchel iawn yn erbyn nhw.
Ti wedi bod yma am 5 tymor, Joseph, ond mae lot o enwau newydd fel nes i sôn, Luke Price, Evan Yardley. Be maen nhw'n mynd i ychwanegu'r garfan?
Maen nhw'n boys profiadol iawn. Dwi wedi chwarae gyda cwpl o nhw yn clwbiau eraill, so maen nhw'n dod llawer o profiad a sgil a maen nhw'n talentig iawn, so maen nhw'n addition dda i'r sgwad.
Joseph, diolch yn fawr, cer i ffindo'r bêl na. Diolch am dy gwmni a newn ni siarad gyda ti yn hwyrach, ond dwi'n mai dyma fydd un o sawl gêm rygbi chi'n niwylio ar S4C dros y penwythnos, achos mae'r bencampwriaeth rygbi unedig yn dychwelyd i S4C dydd Sadwrn. Dwy gêm fyw yn dod i chi dydd Sadwrn. Un o'r Eidal, y Scarlett yn edrych am y fuddugoliaeth gyntaf tymor nhw. Mae'r Dreigiau yn edrych am yr ail fuddugoliaeth o'r bron. A gewch chi hefyd wylio uchafbwyntiau gêm y gwylch yn erbyn Glasgow. Ond nôl at y gêm yma ac yn gynharach heno, fe gafodd Owain Gwynedd ein sylwebydd ni heno sgwrs gyda Roland Phillips.
Wel, mae'n noson braf mae'r gair bragdi, noson berffaith am gêm o rygbi. Mae'n wych cael Roland Phillips yn ôl yn hyfforddi yn yr Indigo Prem hefyd. Croeso nôl i'r byd hyfforddi, sut mae'n teimlo fod yn ôl fy Merthyr?
Diolch yn fawr, neis i fod nôl. Ni mas o'r gêm am 2 flwyddyn, ond ei neis i ddod a clod i Merthyr, fe bod yn hala fi teimlo'n dda iawn.
Be di'r gobeithio'n tymor yma ta, achos Merthyr yn draddodiadol yn ddiweddar, di bod yn dîm llwyddiannus iawn, cwpl o fois, gyn chwarae'r Dreigia, Tavis Noel yn chwarae fo chi. Gobeithio'n uchel eleni?
Wel, mae lot o pwysau achos maen nhw bod mor llwyddiannus, ond maen ni'n newid lot o bethau, mae lot o bethau eisiau newid yn y clwb. So maen ni wastad yn paratoi ennill gemau, gyd o gemau ni, ond mae lot o waith i wneud i roi'r clwb nôl lan y lyweddau.
Ie, lle canlyniadau tymor yma, hyd yma'n adlewyrchiad yna hynny, ennill un, colli un, beth y le mynd llan ymddyfru?
O na, Clod i Llanfyddri, maen nhw'n tîm dda. Mae tîm, settled tîm dyn nhw. Yna beth yw'r waniaeth. Maen ni'n gwneud lot o newidiadau pob wythnos i gweud y gwir. A sy'n mynd i'n helpu pethau, ond mae'n rhoi siawns i gyd o boes i cael amser y ca, ac amser profiad i wario safon yma.
Ie, pen y bont heno, siŵr bod chi eisiau ennill, dyn nhw wedi ennill gêm eto tymor yma yn y gyngrair. Sut ydych chi'n chwarae hon, beth ydych chi ddisgwyl gan ben y bont?
Na, dwi'n nabod Tom, fforddwr pen y bont yn dda iawn. Na, dwi'n siŵr bod nhw'n wario ni nhw yn pre-season hefyd, a maen nhw'n gryf, maen nhw'n tîm dda iawn. A sim lot o waniaeth rhwng ennill a colli, falle mae'r sgôr yn uchel, ond sim lot o waniaeth, so gewn ni gweld sy'n byddech yn mynd, mae'n anodd i weid, ond dwi'n siŵr bod nhw'n treol rhywun peth a ni'n treol yn galed i ennill heno.
Wel, pob lwc, a dwi'n falch i gael chdi nôl ar ochr y cae yma.
Diolch yn fawr.
Ni wedi gweld eisiau Roland Phillips, a mae'n ymddangos fod wedi gweld eisiau ni fyd. A dyna fe, Ronnie the Raven, o be fi'n clywed, yw enw fe. Mae tipyn o dorf mae hyn o Steff, ond Roland yn wyneb newydd, wyneb arall sydd wedi ymuno â Merthyr, Travis Noel, un o'r ychydig o chwaraewyr sydd wedi chwarae dros 4 rhan yn bardd, ond fe alwodd e'r gyngrair yma yn stress reliever. Mae'n mwynhau rygbi yn yr Indigo Prem.
Ni'n gwybod faint o gymeriad yw taf, a yn amlwg ni'n gweld fan hyn y profiad sydd gyda fe 160 gêm dros rhanbarthau Cymru yn start enfawr, 11 cap dros Cymru, felly fydd Merthyr yn trafft i gael ei gyda nhw, fi'n siŵr bod nhw'n edrych ato fe i arwain y chwarae rownd y ca heno fel mewn nhw'n cymryd bach o pwysau bant o Gareth Thompson y maswr hefyd, felly edrych mlaen yn fawr iawn i gweld yn yr Indigo Prem.
Collon nhw wythnos diwetha, beth sy'n angen iddyn nhw wneud heno i gael y canlyniad?
Wel, fi'n credu jyst edrych nôl yn traddodiadol at Merthyr, beth maen nhw wedi gwneud yn dda dros y blynyddoedd. A dyma cwpl o enghreifftiau ble fi'n meddwl maen nhw'n gallu bod yn gystadleuol iawn heno. Hwn yn erbyn Casnewydd tymor diwetha. Jyst gwyliwch pa mor gystadleuol maen nhw dros y bêl, pa mor gystadleuol maen nhw yn pob tacl. A pethau bach elfennol hyn, amser chi'n stryglo'n wella bach o hyder, mae'r pethau bach hyn yn neud byd o waniaeth. Jyst gwyliwch y clip hyn, maen nhw'n cystadlu dros y bêl, a gwyliwch y brwdfrydau sydd gyda nhw fel tîm, unwaith maen nhw'n ennill y kick-off. Mae rhaid i nhw fynd nôl at hwnna heno. Fi'n credu mae'r darnau gosod yn bwysig hefyd.
Yn sôn am chwaraewyr pen y bont, Luke Price, fydd rai yn ei nabod o amser gyda'r gwelch, dreuliodd un tymor yn Ffrainc, mae'n awr nôl ym Mhen y Bont. Faint o effaith fydd e'n cael?
Yn enfawr, fel maswr hefyd, yn gallu lliwio'r chwarae pen y bont. Fi'n siŵr bod nhw'n awyddus i fe i gicio'n gynnar i troi Merthyr nôl a trial cael pen y bont ar y trod flan, felly gret i weld e'n ôl a gobeithio gallu gosod i stamp ar y gêm.
Ie, yn sôn am Travis Noel, oedd e'n gweud bod mae chwarae yn y gyngrair yma wedi atgoffa fe pam ddechreuodd chwarae rygbi. Ti'n meddwl bod yr un peth yn wir i Luke Price? Yn
union, mae'n amlwg wedi mwynhau amser mas yn Ffrainc, ond mae'n hapus i fy nôl yn y gwlad. Fi'n gweld mae'n ffarmo gytre, fydd yn hapus â hwnna fyd. So, mae'n gret i gweld yn ôl a gobeithio gallu helpu pen y bont i gael tymor cryf.
Mae'r cic gynta yn agosau. There's English language commentary available with Philip Atatiat and Phil Steele, ond mae Steph Hughes ar ei ffordd i ymuno a Gowen Gwynedd yn y Gymraeg.
Thanks very much, Lauren. Yes, welcome to the Brewery Field for the latest Welsh Premiership clash here on S4C. Click the S4C YouTube channel and, of course, the WRU website. That's Merthyr, led by Lloyd Ashley, one of the very experienced players in this Merthyr pack, and Bridgend coming out in their traditional blue and white hoops. The guard of honour there, My State Celtic, famous club from just up the Llinvi Valley. And then we're going to have a moment of silence in memory of Dr. Richard Johnson, great supporter of Bridgend. Brinley George, who was the founding chairman of the Bridgend Supporters Club way back in 1976. And also for Di Rees, former Bridgend board member and stalwart of South Wales Police Rugby. Did great things for the South Wales Police Rugby Club, particularly in their heyday of the 80s. So we're going to have a moment's silence for those three luminaries of Bridgend RFC who passed away in the close season.
Tonight is our first home game of the new season. We traditionally take a moment to reflect on those who are no longer with us. And in particular, this season, we remember Welsh rugby and broadcasting legend Eddie Butler, David or Di Rees, former Rangers director, Dr. Richard Johnson, the former club doctor, and Brewery Field, the founding chairman of the RUGBY Sports Club, all the way back in 1976. Thank you very much.
And of course, a mention there as well for our own Eddie Butler, the commentator, former Wales captain, former Pontypool captain, who passed away recently. Philippa, I know you'd like to say a couple of words with Eddie. You worked with him as a broadcaster, commentator.
Yeah, incredible gentleman. You know, when I broke into this industry, there weren't many female faces around, and he was just so supportive and so encouraging, and just such a humble man. Just a true loss, and very, very sad.
It's Ben Breakspear, the referee. He's one of the youngsters on the refereeing circuit. Does the sevens, the World Sevens.
Okay, time on, lads.
As Merthyr prepare to get us away. Gareth Thompson. Bridgend immediately set it in the form of Evan Yardley, the hooker, member of the famous Yardley family, great family of Sir Bridgend, RFC and Bridgend Athletic. Well, there's a high ball from Chris Williams.
Sevens in front and always advancing.
Early penalty though for Merthyr, and Ben Jones looks to take it quickly, and he's off and running as the fullback up to the 22.
Okay, advantage not 10.
And there's our first look at Ocean Davis, back with Merthyr after a spell in New Zealand, doing some sheep shearing and playing a bit of rugby as well. Sheep farmer up on the Brecon Beacons as Merthyr get another chance, and probably a shot at goal.
This will be frustrating for the Bridgend management. Discipline was a real issue for Bridgend in their last game against Pontypridd. We saw yellow cards as well as a string of penalties, so an early let-in there for Merthyr.
Gareth Thompson made over 100 appearances for Cardiff, 95 points last season in the Premiership. Very, very experienced Cardiff boy from Rhada. And a chance of first blood for Merthyr. Oh, it's off the post. That's a bit of a let-off for Bridgend. And the commentator's curse, I'd already started writing down penalty Thompson on my sheet. So a lesson learned for two people there. But a really pinpoint penalty there. You would have thought Thompson would have nailed that.
You absolutely would have. And, you know, when you saw him jogging back there, he had a bit of a smirk on his face. He's just going to forget about that one.
Luke Price dropping out. Former Osprey, of course. Luke Price. Over 60 appearances for them. Ben Jones a little dink and dare, and he's found Adam Hoskins. Lovely weighted chip. Merthyr drive it up into the midfield. Noyle. Back against the grain. Tom Daly. Callum Bradbury. Played for Wales at every age group, did Bradley. 16s, 18s and 20s. It's a good quick ball for Tavis Noyle.
Leave.
Noyle favouring the right-hand side again. It's the 10-metre line of Bridgend.
Always backwards.
No knock on. Rhys Williams, former Wales under-20s hooker. Thompson. Hint of something on this near side. Ball's gone forward though when it looked as if it might just be a hint of a 2-on-1, and Bridgend have turned it.
Shoot! Shoot!
Last man arriving there is Akeem Eubank Anderson.
Hold in front.
Luke Price goes downtown. Thompson back. Price again with another go. Finds Green, but he also finds two players back in the pocket. There was an obstruction there.
Advantage 5
Playoff says the referee is Tyler Williams. A little dink. No, the referee has picked something up here. And he's given a penalty to Bridgend.
Yeah. That's twice now that Merthyr have put a kick through and let's say someone has held their ground. I think Bridgend needs to be careful there. If Merthyr start making a little bit more of a piece about it and highlight that, I think they could get caught there.
That's Roland Phillips, coach of Merthyr this season, alongside Gareth Davis, player coach. And that's Luke Price. What was that euphemism you used there? Stand their ground.
Yeah, that's the polite way of saying it. I mean, look, for the law book, as long as you don't change your direction of run, then you are fine to hold your position. But
as you are, Pat, as you are.
There's a maybe a bit of a grey line that Bridgend are flirting with at the moment. They just need to be careful and not obstructing play.
If you just joined us, those are the dulcet tones of former Wales women's three-quarter Philippa Tettiot, and you're very welcome with us on the English language commentary here on S4C Click, S4C YouTube and the WRU website. Wherever you are in the world, you're very welcome to the Brewery Field. Here's Luke Price to try and get first blood for the Ravens. And an excellent kick first up from Luke Price. And quite against the run of the play, it has to be said, after 6 minutes. Bridgend lead 6-0, 3-0 rather. There's a familiar face in his Bridgend outfit there. Former Scrum 5 presenter Gareth Lewis, Radio Wales presenter now. Huge Bridgend fan. Bit of a confidence boost there for Bridgend, Philippa, because they hadn't had much territorial possession before that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's credit for a stalwart effort there with their defence. They managed to push Merthyr right back and indeed force that penalty. Good to see them being clinical with it as well.
Philippa was saying before the match that it's quite a difficult one to predict because Bridgend have lost 2 from 2. But as we've seen before, Philippa, every couple of weeks, particularly at the Brewery Field, they can rattle teams and turn even higher teams over.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they'll be feeling like they've got a massive point to prove after those 2 losses. There were some simple things that they needed to get right. Defence in the wide channels, discipline. If they can improve them, they can certainly tighten up their game.
But Scott Baldwin, the Osprey, and Wales hooker doing the defence for them this season. Tom Smith, of course, another Osprey, ex-Osprey, the head coach of Bridgend. And those 2 defeats were both 40-pointers, of course. Aberavon 45-15 and then Pontypridd 40 points to 8. Although Bridgend did have a win over Ponty in the Cup, which will give them some confidence.
There's your mark. You're responsible for that gap, yeah?
That's Mike Powell.
Advantage
line out going awry, knock on as well. But from Merthyr, so Bridgend get escape with that one.
Here we go.
2 seconds.
Yeah, something going wrong in the communication.
We need in treatment, are we okay? All good? Okay. Time is still on, lads. Water off, gent. Knock on. Scrum Bridgend.
Now, on the
the
front row for Bridgend, on the left of the screen there with the black scrum cap, is a very interesting character. Akeem Eubank Anderson played for Jamaica under-23s, former Cardiff Met student, and I know they've got very high hopes of him here at Bridgend. Played for English counties as well. And I think he gets a penalty for Bridgend then.
Far side, loose side pulling down. Far side, loose side pulling down.
Luke Price with a nice dink down the touchline. And this is Bridgend's best attacking position of the match so far.
End of the line, George, okay? The end of the line.
Interesting battle with the two halfbacks tonight. Both lots of experience, Chris Williams and Luke Price against Tavis Noel and Gareth Thompson. How do you see that one panning out?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting battle, isn't it? Both of them both halfbacks played at such a decent level. They're going to be looking to imprint themselves on this game. There's one thing for Bridgend, they need to be scoring more, so that's really where Luke Price needs to step up.
Evan Yardley into the 22 for the first time. Price. Short ball to Joe Gatt. Better from Bridgend, although they get the commentator's curse there. You can see the penalty, and I gather we're going to hear in a minute from Ospreys, Wales and Lions scrum half Rhys Webb, who's in the ground. As Gareth Thompson clears. And here is Lauren with Rhys Webb.
Yeah, un o enwog gan Ben y Bont fyd, Owain. Born and bred here, so no real surprises to see you at the Brewery Field, but how much do you like coming back to watch your old club?
I only live up the road, so it's always nice to come back to where it all started for me, really. So yeah, actually living 2 minutes away now, seeing the floodlights on, so I thought I'd get wander down and support the boys.
There's a lot of new faces there this season. Some you will have played with, someone like Luke Price would have played a bit of rugby with the Ospreys. What do you make of this team?
Yeah, no, they got a lot of strength and depth now. Obviously, Luke coming in will obviously strengthen up the squad. I've actually been helping out now and again down here as well, the coaching side of things. So yeah, it's a lot of strength and depth and a lot of exciting young talent coming through as well.
What's it like playing on the Brewery Field? You've played a few regional games here. It's probably the first mild, dry night I've spent here.
Oh, it is. You know what Wales is like, but especially Bridgend, it's always wet and windy. But no, it's great to be down here on a Thursday night. This is a decent crowd as well, supporting the boys, and it's brilliant.
Rhys, thanks for your time. Good luck for the weekend.
Thank you very much.
That was Rhys Webb with Lauren. Lauren didn't ask him the main question, though, I noticed. Did he pay to come in? I bet he didn't. Merthyr on the ascendancy here. Their best attacking chance of the match so far. Keeping it with the caveman stuff at the moment. Ocean Davis, first receiver. Industrious as always. Tavis Noel keeping the back row. Bridgend honest. I've got a feeling this is not going to go far as Ocean Davis probes again. Loud blast on the whistle, and Merthyr get the penalty. Taken quickly by Tavis Noel. Referee Mr. Breakspear asking for it to be retaken.
10-11 offside, midfield. Short ball.
And this time Thompson going for the posts. Yeah, Rhys Webb there, another product of Bridgend Athletic, the club just up the road from here, and a club that's produced Lions in the form of Rhys himself, Lee Byrne, another one, and also Josh Navidi, as Gareth Thompson puts over Merthyr's first points, and it's 3-all.
That's a real tactic there from Merthyr. You can see them dinking in behind. I think that they've noted that the back three are just hanging back that little bit too far. When you're sort of creeping into 22 zone, the back three players, they can afford to come that little bit closer to the defensive line, looking out for those little sort of dink throughs.
Thompson just having some strapping on his arm, and there's Ocean Davis. You might not know this, but he's a champion sheep shearer. Went out to New Zealand to do a bit of that, where it's big in New Zealand, apparently. I remember doing a feature for the Scrum 5 programme on Ocean, getting the sheep down from the summer pastures right above the Brecon, high in the Brecon Beacons, down to the summer pastures. Great character. As Luke Price restarts, that's a useful one there. Bridgend might be able to get possession back from that. Yes, they do. Chris Williams, the scrum half. First look at Eubank Anderson on the charge, and he's still going. And he makes it over the 22. Price coming back inside to Callum Bradbury. Reception committee waiting for the second row, though.
No advantage.
Went forward. Ben Brigsby, they say you're getting older when policemen look younger. What about when rugby referees look younger? He's 22, is Ben, and he's doing well on the Sevens circuit at the moment. He's refereed at the Commonwealth Games and the Rugby World Cup Sevens. And refereeing, of course, these days, it's a young man's sport, isn't it? It's not, you don't finish playing and then take it up these days.
No, not so much, especially on the Sevens series. I mean, you've got to have incredible fitness to keep up with the pace of play that those elite Sevens players can play out.
Crouch. Bind.
So Bridgend, with a few attacking options here, they've got a big blind side. Although the scrum went back initially, they have managed to salvage the ball, and they go to the left-hand side. Chris Williams taking it up, former Wales under-21 international. Price with a long cut-out pass to Kane Woollerton. Price again. Collier driven back rather, and Bridgend have to reset. Price. A little break by Chris Williams, close to the base. The referee will bring it back for another penalty to the Ravens.
14 high tackle.
Bridgend certainly get the benefit of some multi-phase play here. Just can't quite penetrate through. This is probably one of their best options. Lovely flat ball coming from Luke Price, getting into the winger's hands nice and early.
On the 5, Luke, okay. Okay.
So Luke Price pursuing the kick at goal.
You do if you're getting treatment. Time is off.
So they've got some big beef in that
Yeah,
Bridgend pack. Emmy Barnes, the blindsider. Jordan Collier, big man at number 8 as well. And they've also got the Maltese international Mark Davey in the second row. So plenty of oomph there. There he is, Roland Phillips. Did you play under Roland when you were with the Wales women? Did he coach the Wales women?
He certainly did, yeah. I was actually in the Sevens setup when he was involved with the 15. So cross paths. He always had a joke. He always had something to say to get you smiling, ready for your first training session of the day.
Yes, imagine him and Lynn Jones in the back row for Neath back in the day. Must have been like an episode of The Comedians there. Great character. Pembrokeshire man, St David's. Good to see him back involved in Welsh rugby. Good line out take in the middle by Bridgend now. Have they got some steam? Evan Yardley in steerage class at the back, and they have got a bit of momentum here, the Ravens. And cavalry as well arriving. That's a 13-man maul now, so they need to get over the line. The try is awarded. The cavalry arriving paid off for Bridgend. And it looks like a hooker's try. Evan Yardley back at Bridgend this season. A second try of the season for Evan Yardley.
A massive confidence booster there for Bridgend. They were right to turn down that choice of points at goal. With the time of the game and the amount of territory that they'd had. A 3-3 just wasn't going to cut it. There was no point in notching up another 3. They had to go for the big 5. Showing their muscle with that lovely organised line-out drive. All in. Look, the entire team getting in behind that. I think the only person left out there is Luke Price.
I've often wondered that. Do those backs go in there because, and I'm asking the former 3/4 now, do those backs go in there to add weight, or are they goal hanging? Because if there's a chance to just grab that ball before the touchdown.
I don't think a forward would ever let them have the ball.
I've always wondered that.
No, they're trying to add whatever beef that they've got.
Here's Luke Price. He already put over the penalty. And that's a delightful kick from Luke Price from wide out. And 10-3, Bridgend lead Merthyr. Have Merthyr got a reply to that? Thompson's restart. By Bowen Davis.
I got inside. Green on! Green on! Green on! Use it! Pass, pass!
Hoisted high by Chris Williams. By Ben Jones. And that's a bit of a free ball. What will Luke Price do? Will he hoofs it long spiral fashion down to Gareth Thompson? As we go with the kick in tennis. Bridgend to serve. Thompson once more. Who's going to win this battle? Tavis Noel rather. And he puts us out of our misery. Finds a touch on halfway. Here's Tom Smith, the Bridgend coach.
We can't go quick as a new ball, so we set first now. Okay, here we come.
Tom, first home game of the season, how delighted were you that the boys made the most of that opportunity to take the lead within the first quarter?
Yeah, it's good. We spoke a lot about trying to cut out the mistakes that we made last week against Pontypridd. And yeah, we've had the possession at the right end of the field for the last sort of 5 minutes, and the pressure's told, and it's nice to see the boys get over for a try.
And Evan Yardley, the man to cross, how big an acquisition has he been for you this summer?
Oh, he's been great. He's a great player, great bloke. I've dealt with him before when he was at the Ospreys, but it's been a great acquisition for us from Cardiff. And he's been great around the training environment. Brings a lot of experience. Good leader for us. And yeah, his performances at the start of the season are showing his quality.
Tom, I'll let you go. Thank you very much. Diolch.
Tom Smith with Lauren, the head coach of Bridgend, former Ospreys, back row, of course. We talk about referees looking younger. I was actually in college with Tom Smith's father, Di, who was a Yorkshireman. So if there's any Englishman but David comes to Wales, they're automatically Die, aren't they? And a PE teacher for many years in Port Talbot with his father. And that's another line out gone astray. A little bit static for Merthyr, so they'll have to try and break that Bridgend defensive line first up. That's the 22 of Bridgend. Burgled by Bridgend, although illegally so, says Mr. Breakspear. I'm just talking about Tom Smith there. Good to see who, of course, retired early through injury with the Ospreys. Good to see him involved in this level of rugby as a coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the players, you get so much experience, and it's just such a shame when they leave the game completely. You just feel like there's so much you can give back. So, yeah, absolutely brilliant to see him still applying his trade.
We've got a dangerous clear out in the break number 12 green, so the penalty's going to be reversed, and we're going to restart with the penalty against Bridgend, okay? Against yourselves, lads. We've got a dangerous clear out, so it's going to be your penalty to restart, okay? Dangerous clear out by 12 green, the penalty is yours, okay? Yeah. Where's the mark, Wayne?
Yeah, so you can see that tip there.
He's coming. Yeah, sure.
Number 12 players grab the leg and tip the player over. That is dangerous. There's a rule of thumb in any contact situation, the hips cannot go above the shoulders, because that means the head's going down. And it's all about making sure contact is safe as possible. And if your head is going towards the ground, that's where it becomes dangerous.
Just lift and clear out, that's all.
The net result is Bridgend will get a relieving penalty as we enter the second quarter here at the Brewery Field. Bridgend, remember, still looking for their first league win of the season. They did win in the Cup against Pontypridd, as Luke Jones finds a nice Billy Basic touch over to the far side in the halfway line. Taking at the second attempt for Bridgend.
Onside. Use it!
It's quite slovenly though for Chris Williams. He's got no option than to dispatch it high. Sam Jones with the take.
Use it! Use it!
Noyle has to do likewise. Plonks it high into the air. Luke Price under it on halfway. Does well to get rid of it as well. Tyler Williams with a little spin. Chris Williams. Luke Price. Possible hint of something on this right-hand side for Bridgend. And they go again. Yardley, the try scorer. And once again, it's slow for Williams. And he hoists it into the night sky again. Ben Jones. Noyle to Thompson. Only finds Luke Price. And it's all a bit untidy here, and we're back to the tennis before Thompson does the necessary and puts it out on halfway.
That was a frustrating one for me, actually, because if Luke Price could have looked up to his left when he stopped the ball, you know, he had no pressure on him, stopped the ball with his feet. And actually, there was so much space on the left-hand side of the field and not a brilliant chase up by Merthyr. So there really could have been an opportunity for the Bridgend fullback to have actually counter-attacked down the left-hand side. But communication needs to be there. He's be coming in from Tyler Williams.
Front ball taken by Bridgend.
Use it!
And you still get the feeling that these two teams are just still sussing themselves out, even though we're into the second quarter. There goes Adam Hoskins for Bridgend. And Bridgend have come away with it as well. Luke Price fires it to the left-hand side. And a lovely plonk through into the Bridgend 22. Not quite a 50-22, but not far off.
Not far off. They'll certainly take that, won't they? That is a textbook example of how defence can be turned into attack. Fantastic tackle, Jackal, play away, kick for territory, pressure back on Merthyr. Really good play from Bridgend.
Evan Yardley just having some attention there. Bridgend's last league win against Merthyr was almost 2 years ago. Back in October 2019, they won 17-12 here. And there's Meredith James, the man with the earpiece there, former captain of Bridgend when they won the Cup in 1980.
That's the one, the tackle and Jackal there. quick release, straight up onto his feet, straight over the ball.
All good, Lion, good fan. All good, but yeah, no problem. Sorry? The timer's off, so we'll take time to set this up, yeah? Wayne, can you answer that one for me? Just wait to me. Lads, timer's still off. Front man set there for me.
One of the Bridgend coaching team. Matt Jones, 1 cap for Wales, alongside Rhys Webb.
Closing the gap. So you've closed the gap.
Free kick given, closing the gap. Rather a soft one that for Bridgend, Philippa.
When he moves. On the 15.
Thompson, he can kick direct to touch, but he's in his 22, which he does. Although they will concede the line out.
Beams, come on, let's go! Beams!
Games coming up on the Premiership. Ebervale against Llandovery, 2 unbeaten sides. And then Carmarthen Quins, who are struggling at the bottom at the moment against Pontypridd. Those are coming up on S4C. Click. S4C YouTube and the WRU website, of course. As Joe Gatt finds a half a gap for Bridgend. She does well to set it back. Bowen Davis. Now that's quicker from Bridgend. Once again, though, the discipline lets the Ravens down.
28 off feet.
How big a problem's that for Bridgend?
Oh, it's just frustrating, isn't it? You just feel like every time Bridgend are creating something, they're going through the phases. They just give it away like that, coming off the feet. It's a tough one, you know. Players are they've got so much urgency to get to that breakdown. They desperately want to protect the ball, but at all times, you've got to be in control of your body. Otherwise, you come off your feet.
Good, Oz.
That is Thompson. 28 now, the fly half.
Okay, lads.
Conditions should be set perfect for rugby tonight at the Brewery Field. Just that little autumn chill in the air, but no breeze at all.
Okay, gents,
nice
time off.
Dry surface.
We've been free kick once for closing the space. The front man's got a job to do and responsibility to keep the gap. Set on him and stay there for me, please. Okay? Thank you. Time back on.
5-man line for Merthyr.
More. Over.
Now that's better from the Iron Men.
One hasn't changed his bind.
Rhys Williams is in Steerage class at the back of that. I'm not sure what Owen Jordan is doing. Looks as if he's driving the ball for Merthyr there. Jordan, he wants to get out of there a bit quick. Still with a bit of momentum, although they are being held up now. Travis Nolan imploring the referee to let it go on because he says the ball's going forward, and they get the penalty now to Merthyr.
Choice of 2, you've got 4 where to start it or 7 here. Choice of 2, lads, 4 where to start it or 7 here. Entry.
The choice of 2 penalties, and Thompson decides to go down the line, and Merthyr trying to reply in kind with what they received earlier on from Bridgend here.
No, because you can't change onto the ball. Once you've set your bind, you must stay there, which you've done. No. Okay. Time off. Do you need treatment, Lloyd, yeah? Okay.
And there's plenty of beef in our Merthyr pack if they want to go for the line-out drive.
Yeah. George, just have a word with the boys. Just remind you on mics for TV. Some of the languages are being used. Both teams, but just be aware of it.
Coming up to the half-hour mark, Philippa, how would you assess this one so far?
Still being cagey, isn't it? Really cagey, and I still think it could go either way.
If you would, well, the time is off.
I don't think we've seen the best of Merthyr just yet. They've been edging, they've been creeping into Bridgend's 22, but haven't really managed to phase things together. This will be their best attacking opportunity. We know they've got a great line out driving more.
Time back on.
This could be the chance for them to show how good it is.
Rhys Williams, very experienced hooker, 33-year-old, over 100 games for the Iron Men. Finds his man as well. On we go with the drive. Ball available. Noel amongst an amalgam of legs and limbs belonging to the Ravens, but manages to get it away. Rhys Davies, as the centre just forced his way over. Good try for Merthyr. And had an air of inevitability about it, must be said, once that maul drive came on. And there he is, Rhys Davies.
Yeah, it certainly did, didn't it? He spotted the tiniest of gap and just managed to slither through. That's the driving line out more we were talking about. Haven't seen enough of it from a Merthyr's perspective. You can see there Tavis Noel just giving some direction, communicating he wants that ball back. Good reactions there by the 12, coming round from the blind side, spotting an opportunity, backing himself to get it.
Yeah, excellent finish. He went through 3 players in the end to get there, did Rhys Davies. And a chance now for Gareth Thompson to bring it level. And that's just going to shave the right-hand post. So Bridgend remain in the lead. 10-8. There, it was the late run of Rhys Davies that did it.
Last 5 minutes behind it. In front, sorry, not behind. Yeah.
Too many Bridgend players there for me to let that try go through. They had that space covered. That's just one-on-one tackle tech.
So try a piece. Although Bridgend lead, courtesy of the Luke Price conversion of the Evan Yardley try.
No, it's inside.
Tavis Noel punts it skywards. Tyler Williams, Price, Woollerton. Price reaching skywards for it.
To release.
Williams to Price back in the pocket. Tries his luck with the Gary Owen.
It's off his head.
Off the head of Gareth Thompson, it looked. Or Tavis Noel, was it? Anyway, it's a knock-on.
I think it was Adam Hoskins is going to be rubbing his head, I think, a little bit.
But 8, roughly 8, yeah. Time off. Sorry, what?
Hoskins.
I'm coming across in here, I'm coming across in here.
Tavis Noel won't thank him for that.
No, absolutely not. He had himself in a great position. He could have caught that on the full.
I think it was Ocean Davis whose hand it was in the end from which it went forward.
Yeah.
So comic cuts in the Merthyr defence.
Okay.
Here's Hoskins.
Yeah, all good? Okay. Pitches have been good so far, and trust you to replicate. Now, yeah? Okay.
Here we go, receive!
Height, stay square. Height and stay square. Time back on.
That's all you need, isn't it, when you've just headed a rugby ball to be framed on camera for 30 seconds. So everyone watching at home, everyone knows who you are. I'm sure he took it in good part, though, the winger. Good steady scrum again for Bridgend. That'll be encouraging for them as Luke Price wraps around. Pass doesn't go to hand, though.
He's off his feet now, leave.
Chris Williams uses the big man again. Yardley.
Awesome, Steve. Awesome, Steve. Awesome, Steve.
Mark Davey, the second row. Penalty, Bridgend.
Rock is beating you. And hands. Rock is beating you. Hands.
Against Ocean Davis.
Shot called.
He's a lovely lad, is Ocean Davis. Great chap off the field, but he's a pretty scary looking back row if you're a 10, having him charging towards you. And he's a superb forager as well at the breakdown, and very popular amongst his fellow players at Merthyr. I know, great character. There he is. Touch of the old Shane Burns, the old Irish hooker, with the hairstyle. This is Luke Price to take the lead up to 5 points again.
You're very short on time now. You're very short on time.
The referee just saying that the time is, and indeed Price has to drop for goal, and he's fluffed that one. So the ball just falling off the tee over the minute. You don't see that very often, Philippa.
You don't, because if it happens once, you get someone in to put their hand on the ball. I don't know why he didn't use someone to steady it. I mean, with this game being as tight as it is, it could come down to missed kicks like that.
It'll be blame the tee runner, will it?
Yeah.
He didn't put the tee on the ground properly. What a Bridgend got now then. Iestyn Merriman takes it over the halfway line. It's good first up Merthyr tackling. Just over 5 minutes to go to the interval. Ben Jones with a little chip and nip down that left touchline, taken by Luke Price. A Barnes-Wallace pass from him, and Tyler Williams has to go skirting back and alleviates the danger with a left-footed kick down into Merthyr territory. Thompson. Price.
Stop 9.
Now that could be a useful ground gainer. Rhys Davis. And, just about a net gain for Bridgend there. And Philippa, just give us a reminder of the kick in tennis. The idea being to try and force an error from the opposite number and try and get a net gain of territory.
Yeah, absolutely. When you kick, you're either putting it up to compete, so it's going high, you want to send a player up underneath, or you're going long. And ideally, you want to get in behind players. So actually, that return kick earlier from Tyler Williams was really good because it just split in between the Merthyr players.
Loose hack takes play down towards the Bridgend line. Bridgend won't want to concede here with 4 minutes to go to half-time. Try a piece. Evan Yardley for Bridgend, converted by Luke Price, who also put over a penalty.
Front man, gents.
And Rhys Davis, the centre, forcing his way over. And Gareth Thompson putting over a penalty. So it's just the conversion of the Evan Yardley try that separates the two teams at the moment. As Chris Williams kicks out of defence. Sam Jones, the right wing, it was, who returned. And now Bridgend playing well behind the gain line here, but
he's on the ball.
And that's going to cost them as well, because that's gone forward, and a chance for Bridgend to mount something. Tyler Williams, an excursion on the right wing. Kicks down to Thompson. Price goes for the short one this time, finds a bit of green as well. Merthyr come away with it. Here's Ben Jones to David Thomas and Adam Hoskins. That's a super tackle though, covering tackle by Joe Gatt, when that looked as if Merthyr might have found some inroads on that left-hand side. But that man there was alert to it, Joe Gatt.
Yeah, they certainly had the overlap of players here, and initially they do really well preserving that space, look, constantly stepping before they put that pass in. But like you say, great cover tackle there from Bridgend.
Joe Gatt, 28, product of Tondi. Great club just down the road that have also produced the Boubier brothers. You remember Neil, Roddy and Ian. Neil, of course, winning 7 caps for Wales. And they've got a great mini and junior section. They've produced a lot of excellent players, Tondi. And they also had a player in their back row for their 3rd team for many years, the president of Bridgend, of course, the great JPR Williams. Always told me he played more games for Tondi than he did for any other club. Played as a veteran in the back row to JPR, and he's very proud of that fact as well. Shortened line, a bit of synchronised swimming going on as well, to all to no avail as Chris Williams acts as scrum half for Merthyr.
Chest to me.
Tavis no, but it's all a little bit slovenly from both sides, and giving defences plenty of time to organise. Penalty given against Akim Eubank Anderson. And a chance just before the interval for Merthyr to go in the lead if Gareth Thompson fancies it.
Yeah.
Now, is this a surprise to you, Philippa, going down the line?
I think they're going to feel the momentum is with them after that line-out steal. You know, that would have really put a bit of a dampener on Bridgend's attack. So, yeah, go for it. Couple of minutes to go. You've got a feeling that Merthyr will get back into Bridgend's 22 at some point. It's not like it's taken them the entire game to get there, so absolutely, back yourself. Go for the 5.
Well, it's not a great kick by Thompson. It's safe enough, but it's not... he didn't go for gold for a 5-metre line-out, so they've got a bit of work to do now of the Ironmen.
One stop, Merthyr! Over.
Rhys Williams driving on. And Tavis Noel employing the assistant referee on this near side. Ocean Davis gets rid of it to Tavis Noel. And they drive up once again to Merthyr. And again. Noel sniping and over as well. The international scrum half showing all his experience there. The line was at his mercy, and a little show and a go. Second try for Merthyr.
This is huge for Merthyr to be able to score like that just before they go in on the half, especially off that line out steal. Shows real dominance in attack. It wasn't the best kick, like you say, still left Merthyr with plenty of ground to have to cover. But some really good direct carries. Look how much momentum they gained from that one, latching on, driving forward. And then again, just the experience from Noel, testing round the edge.
Yeah, Tavis Noel, second try of the season for him. One of only 3 players to play for all 4 Welsh pro teams, of course. As Thompson adds the extras, and that is the half-time whistle. And it's all changed with the last play of the game here at the Brewery Field. With that Tavis Noel try converted by Gareth Thompson, it means that at the interval, Bridgend are down against Merthyr. They trail by 15 points to 10.
Wel, mae pethau'n agos iawn yma ar gair bragdi. Pen-y-bont cipiodd y cais cynta, Esgarmes yn effeithiol dros ben. Evan Hadley'n sgorio honno a Rhys Davis yn taro nôl I Merthyr. A mae Sef Hughes yn ymuno fi nawr. Ac yn anamal, Sef, pan dwi'n gofyn ti cyn y gêm pwy yw'r ffefrynnau, ti'n treulio mwy na 10 eiliad yn rhoi ateb I fi. Ond o ti'n gweld un anodd heno, di'r hanner cynta di adlewyrchu hynny?
Ydy, fi'n credu bod mae wedi bod yn gystadleuol ofnadwy. Y ddau dîm fi'n credu ni'n gweld agweddau o chwarae nhw yn dod mewn i'r gêm sy'n gwych a... Mae wedi bod yn gêm gwych I wylio a yn edrych ymlaen yn fawr iawn i'r ail hanner.
Esgarmes yn effeithiol i'r ddau dîm a Pen-y-bont yn gwneud y mwyaf o'i gyfle nhw I ddechrau. Evan Hadley, wnaethon ni siarad amdano fe cyn y gêm. Fe'n dangos I dalent yn gynnar yn y tymor.
Ydy, a'r linell yn effeithiol I ddechrau'r gêm. Maen nhw wedi stryglo tym bach ers ni, ond jyst gwylwch pa mor drefnus maen nhw. A maen nhw'n sylweddoli pryd mae'r olwyr yn gallu dod mewn i helpu'r sgarmes na, ac i sgori cais sgarmes symudol yn gynnar yn y gêm yn erbyn Merthyr yn hoben fawr i ben y bont.
Ie, ond dath y cais munudau ar ôl i Merthyr gwastraffu cyfle. Ti'n gweld hynny'n betrwm yn y gêm, bod nhw beryglus yn gwrthymosod, ond unwaith maen nhw'n ildio cic-os, maen nhw'n cael ei gwthio mewn i'r ystlys, mae pen y bont yn cymryd eu cyfleoedd nhw.
Odi, mae nhw, a na beth sy'n gret am y gêm yw'r cystadlu na. Ni'n gweld maen nhw'n gweithio am y momentum na. Mae Merthyr wella wedi bennu'r hanner a momentum yn well, ond nath pen y bont job gwych i ddechrau'r gêm.
Ie, ti'n gweud bod e'n gysadleuol, oedd rhaid i'r Ryfarno rhoi ambell rhybydd hyn oherwydd iaith, a jyst pa mor mae'n amlwg pa mor ffyrnig mae pethau mas yna. Rhys Davies yn taro nôl o fewn munudau. Chi'n teimlo bod angen y cais na arnyn nhw i gadw nhw yn yr hanner.
Ie, dath hwn o sgarmes yn gynt gan Merthyr, a unigol beth 20 metr o bod yn effeithiol ar y sgarmes. Nath pen y bont job weddo dda o atal y sgarmes. Ni'n gweld Tavis Noel yn sylweddoli bod y bêl yn fyw i chwarae, ond jyst gwylwch ar gwaith Rhys Davies fan hyn ar yr ochr dywych. Mae lan yn erbyn 2 blaenwr, jyst y gwaith trad a gael y bêl ar y tu fas. A mae rhaid gweud mae yna gais ardderchog i'r canolwr. Rwy'ch chi'n hapus iawn a hwnna. Fi'n siŵr oedd Rowland Phillips yn hapus a hwnna hefyd.
Ie, a Tavis Noel di chwarae rhan allweddol yn y cais yna, a wedyn yn llygadu'r bwlch ei hun jyst cyn yr hanner. O ti'n teimlo bod hwn yn foment yngedfennol yn y gêm?
O, yn foment enfawr. Pen y bont yn ildio cic-os a rownd hanner y ca. A Merthyr yn cicio lawr na. Ni'n gwybod talent yn amlwg Tavis gyda profiad sydd gyda fe. Fi'n credu mae wedi bod yn wirthiol yn y hanner hyn. Just y ffordd mae wedi siarad, ni wedi clywed gymaint o fe ar mic y dyfarnwr. A ni jyst yn gweld fan hyn pa mor fygythiol mae'n gallu bod yn agos i'r linell. A fydd hwnna'n wersi i pen y bont yn yr hanner amser. Ddim i ildio cic e gosb y rhy llac rownd hanner y ca.
A ni'n mynd i cael golwg cyflym ar Merryman, blaen ysgellwr pen y bont, yn troi'r bêl drosodd. Y tîm sôn cyn y gêm, mae Merthyr oedd angen ffocysu ar ardal y dacl. Ond mae hwn yn textbook yn dyw Steph i chwaraewyr ifanc.
Mae'n ardderchog, wara teg. Mae'r dacl i ddechrau'n dacl ardderchog, jyst achos mae'n un anodd. Jyst gwylwch fel mae'n gweithio ar ei drad, mae'n gadael y bêl i fynd ac yn cystadlu yn dda yn troi'r bêl drosto. Y fwy o hwnna fi'n siŵr bydd pen y bont yn awyddus i gael yn yr ail hanner.
Ti'n sôn am y frwydr cicio. Wel, nes i grybwyll mai pen y bont oedd yn ennill y frwydr na. Ydy dy feddwl, di newid erbyn hyn?
Na, fi'n credu maen nhw still yn. Mae'r gêm cicio i gystadlu yn gweithio'n dda iawn iddyn nhw. Maen nhw'n cael lot o bêl nôl. Maen nhw'n gorfodi Merthyr i gico y bêl nôl yn llac. Disgybleth sy'n gadael pen y bont lawr, rownd yr hanner ffordd, maen nhw'n ildio gormod y cic e gosb yn rhoi cyfle i Merthyr.
Reit, wel mae ail hanner enfawr cystadleuol iawn i ddod yma heno. Mae digon o rygbi hefyd i ddod ar S4C dros y penwythnos. Ie, mae 2 gêm fyw i ddod pnawn dydd Sadwrn, Scarlett ar y dreigiau. Wedyn, gewch chi weld y gêm yn erbyn y Gwylch a Glasgow pnawn dydd Sul, a hynny'n cael ei ail chwarae ar S4C. Wel, ar ôl wythnos gynta calonogol iawn i'r rhanbarthau, braidd yn siomedig. Nawr ni sôn am y dreigiau yn y man, ond yn gynta y Gwylch yn colli reolaeth o'r gêm nhw, a'r Scarlett yn ildio 5 cais yn Llanelli.
Ie, fydd y 2 dîm na'n siomedig fi'n siŵr gyda'r cynlyniadau. Fi'n credu yn agweddau o'r chwarae, oedd y 2 dîm yn gyffyrddus yn y gêm, ond jyst yn ildio, Scarlett yn ildio, felly gormod y ceisiau a'r Gwylch. Fi'n credu bod nhw'n siomedig iawn bod nhw wedi cochi'r gêm. Fi'n credu nath nhw digon i ennill y gêm yn y diwedd.
Pwy bydde wedi rhagweld y dreigiau yr unig dîm o Gymru i ennill y penwythnos diwetha, a hynny yn erbyn Munster. O ti na, Steff, am fuddugoliaeth?
O, dde'n wych oedd y boys yna dderchog. Fi'n credu pa mor gorfforol o'n nhw yn erbyn tîm Munster. Ni'n traddodiadol yn gwybod sy'n licio bod yn gorfforol a cicio'n dda. Nath y boys yn wych a sgor yn cwpl geisiau a dderchog hefyd. So, ti'n bydd yn bles iawn ar canlyniad yn wedig, ond hefyd y perfformiad yn symud mlaen.
A'r dreigiau'n benodol, pa mor bwysig yw e? Mae'n nid jyst ymateb i beth sy'n mynd ymlaen yn y rhanbarth i'r ffaith bod dau Flanagan wedi dod mewn. Pa mor bwysig yw bod nhw'n ceisio ffeindio cysondeb a ydyn nhw'n gallu neud ni?
Ie, cysondeb yn bwysig, ond hefyd momentum yn bwysig. Oedd y buddugoliaeth gwych gytre, ond bwysig bod ni'n neud yr un peth wrth hyn nawr, felly yn edrych mlaen i hwnna.
A be am te, penwythnos yma, mae'r Sharks yn dod i Rodney Parade, Glasgow yn dod i Abertawe, Scarlett mas yn Benetton. Os ni'n gorfod rhagweld i'n fuddugoliaeth penwythnos yma, pwy ti'n mynd i ddewis?
Mae'n mynd i fod yn penwythnos gret o rygbi yn edrych mlaen i gwylio'r gêm yna i gyd, so gawn ni weld.
Right, wel, diolch yn fawr, Steff. Mwy wrth y ti yn y man, ond draw ar ochr arall y byd, mae menywod Cymru wedi cyrraedd Seland Newydd gyda'r cystadleuaeth yn dechrau penwythnos nesaf. Mae Philip Petetiet yn ymuno fi nawr i drafod y cyfan. Maen nhw wedi bod na am wythnos. Maen nhw'n chwarae'r Alban ar Hydref y 9fed, wythnos i ddydd Sul, yr uchafbwyntiau ar S4C i chi, a hefyd gallwch chi wylio'r ffrwd byw os chi lan yn ddigon cynnar. Mae'r ffrwd byw ar lein ar eich cyfer chi. Philip Petetiet, we're here to talk about a World Cup that we've been, it's been a year in the making. It's obviously been postponed since 2021. Firstly, what will the girls be feeling like now out in New Zealand? They've had a bit of time to prepare for the first game.
They certainly have. Well, they're going to be loving every experience. I mean, a World Cup in New Zealand, it doesn't get better than that. And I'm so glad they went out that little bit earlier because they've had a lot of limelight on them with the professional contracts and doing well in the Six Nations. I think they've been looked at more than they ever have before. So maybe get away, have a bit of a switch off, and then just enjoy the experience in that build-up to what is the most important game for some of these girls in their career, that first game against Scotland. It's so pivotal.
It's been a bit of a turbulent week in the rugby world with news breaking that Worcester have gone into administration. 8 of the Wales squad are Worcester players. There are a lot more from Wales there than there are from any other country because of the proximity, of course, to the country. How will they be feeling? They're preparing for what should be the highlight of their career.
Yeah, it's going to be incredibly difficult, and as an elite athlete, male or female, you have to get used to compartmentalising things. I mean, we all have lives that go on aside playing rugby, and sometimes things like that, you have your moment with it, but then you've got to put it in a box and put it to the back, because for these girls, all that matters now is that they perform for Wales. But, my condolences go out to everyone involved in Worcester, men's, women's, elite. There are so many good people at that club, and I just hope they find a resolution to it.
You said that game against Scotland is a must-win, and to be fair, Johan and the squad have said the same. What will success look like for Wales overall in New Zealand? And just to remind viewers, they've got Australia and New Zealand in that group.
They have.
The top 2 from each group go through, and then the best placed third teams.
Yeah.
So just 2 of those.
Yeah, and that's really, really important. So it's really between Scotland and Wales. They're fighting for that third place. Now, Wales on form, they could have a go at Australia. Let's not, be realistic about it. New Zealand is probably a time we'll see Wales rotate their squad. But it all starts with the first game. They win Scotland, they've got a chance against Australia, they could come second in their pool. But absolute minimum requirement for me is you get out of your pool. So that Scotland game is huge.
Will something have gone drastically wrong if England come back without the World Cup?
Oh, drastically wrong, no. Disappointment, of course. They are the best team in the world. They've got an unbelievable string of form, 25 wins on the bounce, that's just incredible. But New Zealand, at home, you never rule them out. We didn't see the best of them in the autumn, but come this World Cup, trust me, they've changed all their management. They've got massive names involved. And Portia Woodman, we didn't think she could get any better. I watched her against Japan last week. Oh my gosh, she's going to light it up.
And you're working on the tournament as well. Good luck,
so
I can tell. Right, wel, nôl â ni'r gêm yma. Mae Steph Hughes nawr yn cael cwmni Roland Phillips.
Diolch Lauren. Roland Phillips yn cadw cwmni fi ar ôl hanner da. Roland, beth oedd y negeseuon i chi yn yr hanner amser?
Wel, cadw fynd i wneud rhywun peth. Mae Pen y Bont yn cico lot o pel, so o'n i'n gwybod maen nhw'n trial creu pwysau fel la, a mae boes yn neud yn dda iawn. So, mae'n amddiffyn i fod yn gryf, so i fi, i ddim meddwl mae gêm wedi ennill nawr, i fod mas ail hanner nawr gyda'r wario un ffordd.
Yn union, a mae'r sgarmes fel ti'n gweud wedi bod yn effeithiol iawn i chi. Rhywbeth chi'n wella edrych at mynd at yr ail hanner eto?
Mae'n cadw fynd, achos ddim lot o fel secret game plan nag i diwe, mae'n boes i taclo'n gryf, a cadw bel yn gryf, Gobeithio, ysgwrs gen i'r pel I ware, gen I ware.
Gret, diolch yn fawr ti am amser.
Mae'n iawn.
Okay, so the second half is about to get underway. There's English language commentary available on the red button with Phil Steele and Philip Tytiet. On yn y Gymraeg, mae Steph Hughes ar ei ffordd I ymuno a Owain Gwynedd.
Thanks very much, Lauren. As we look at Ocean Davis. And then Bridgend returning for the second half. 15-10. But it took a last-minute try in the first half for Merthyr to get in the ascendancy. Tavis Noyle showing all his experience.
Yes, I have. Nice bet. Shivering.
There's Luke Price, who converted a Avon Yardley try in the first half and put over a penalty as well. And I wonder what his thoughts are at the moment. Could do with some quicker ball from his forward, you'd think. Price gets us underway. What do you reckon they'd have been saying, Philippa, in their respective dressing rooms at half-time?
You know what? It's similar, actually, in regards to respecting the ball. Both of them need to be a little bit more precious with the possession that they're having because it is such a tight game. It could turn at any point, and to be honest, I'd personally like to see the kicking battle reined in, but that is why you put in kicks. Like we mentioned in the first half, you're looking to force that error. It was a good high kick. Just put the Bridgend player under pressure, and that's a massive territorial gain for them.
Yeah, Jordan Collier, the guilty party. And it's a useful attacking scrum, this, for Merthyr. Big blind side.
New personnel, good pictures, yeah?
Seconds! Seconds! Hold on, lower please, right?
Crouch!
Yeah, and if you're trying to get back on terms, that's just what you don't want to concede early on in the second half, an unforced error like that. Good scrum for Merthyr. Picked up the back by Tom Daly. Gets a pass to Sam Jones, so Merthyr straight into the 22. Noyle.
Advantage.
That's Daly again, almost busting a hole. Thompson running flat. Scissors with Sam Jones, and Jones has showed great power and great strength for Merthyr's third. It all came from the lovely scissors. A move you don't see that often these days in the game. And it worked for Merthyr.
It certainly did, and just watch now the fly-half, Gareth Thompson. Watch how much he is begging for the winger to cut. Look at his right arm, he's calling, he's flicking his right arm back. That's the sign to cut on the inside. Took a little bit of telegraph to be able to make the winger read it, but finally Sam Jones did. And that is, it's so good, it completely cuts against the grain. So Gareth Thompson's done the hard work. Look, he's dragged players across with him. Puts the winger in. Good strength from the winger, though, as well. Plenty of players on his back.
So, Thompson fashioned it. Can he finish it with a conversion? Well, a little bit inebriated, but it got there okay. And that's a two-score game now. 22-10, Merthyr lead. I was saying, it's not a skill you see that often these days, a telegraph switch like that.
Yeah, I mean, when it's done, it's so effective. But what it's relying on then is the lazy Bridgend defence that aren't closing that inside gap, and most defences do, so that's why the switch isn't always on. But there was a gap well exposed by Merthyr.
So, 12-point game.
Onside. Use it!
Just set right now for the two experienced halfbacks, Noyle and Gareth Thompson, to manage the game.
One step back!
Liam Tobias, 18 on for Bridgend, the former Llandovery and Llanelli man. His first season with Bridgend. Williams, but again he has to dig and burrow, and Price has got no option but to go aerial. Beautiful take by Ben Jones, and he's away and running as well, and finds Rhys Davis. Over halfway go Merthyr.
Yeah, I got it.
Just gone forward. But you just get the feeling, Philippa, that with Merthyr going those 2 scores up, they just playing with a little bit more freedom and confidence.
They got the tails up, haven't they? Very much feeling the game now. The first half, it was just about both teams sizing one another up, but Merthyr finishing out on top towards the end of the first half, and they've just carried on that momentum now into the second.
There's Craig Locke, Merthyr legend, Pontypridd legend as well. Captain of Merthyr, of course, but injured at the moment. And his name would finish or feature high in any Premiership all-time stars team you'd care to pick. Great character as well, Craig Locke. Merthyr, of course, have won the Premiership 3 times in their history. Bridgend won it the last time it was competed for, before the regional game took over in 2003. And Gareth Thomas was the captain then.
Okay, let's go.
But they've not won it since. Although they did win the cup in 2015, of course.
Yeah, on the set, I'll go to your right, okay?
Nice and loose, good. All of them up. All of them, all of them up. Hold it. On me, ready. Sink.
Crow.
Go.
Bind.
Party short side.
But the scrum has been solid enough for Bridgend so far this evening.
Stay behind the ball line.
And that's the case again.
Use it.
Chris
He
Williams
blocked the pass. He hasn't kicked it. He blocked the pass.
didn't quite get his pass away, and Bridgend have to set again.
Onside.
Owen Davis as the emergency scrum half duties this time. Henry Barnes. But it's just all very slow, Philippa.
Yeah, it is, and that's exactly why you're seeing the kick put through there. It's also part of the kicking battle is to try and create some momentum for your team. That was a high one to go for the regather, which has worked out for Bridgend, but now the kick through will give away possession.
Thompson tries a little sojourn up the touchline, does well. We'll concede the line out in the end. But a nice little sidestep, taking him back towards the touchline, beating his attempted tackler.
Front man.
There's the try scorer, Evan Yardley,
Just take a step.
another product of Bridgend Athletic.
Step, Cal.
And once again, it's a Bridgend line, and it must be about the 4th or 5th that they haven't executed on their own throw.
Onside. Use it!
Tavis Noel just sizing his options, sees a bit of space on that blind side. Hoskins kicking ahead. Scurrying back goes Tyler Williams for Bridgend, and does well to beat the first man.
Stop in front.
And it's Ocean Davis that time. Sacked the juggler.
2 knock-ons. Just here.
Job he didn't get a microphone on Ocean Davis there, I think.
Yeah, he just gets caught out of position there. You can see he's sort of taking a backward step to try and get under the ball, but then in doing that, he's not thinking about the way his body's facing. It was flat, so when the ball hit his chest, it went forward. You know, the old school, you get taught from a young age, always try and catch that ball to the side, so if you do misread it, it'll sort of go past you and back rather than hitting off your chest and going forward.
Should be saying mitigation, a very rare error by the Merthyr open side. Always in the thick of the action.
Patient on the bind to set, yeah? Hold the headspace.
And you would think, Philippa, that to have any chance, the Ravens would need to score next.
Oh, absolutely. Otherwise, the scoreboard's going to be getting away from them. Next sort of 5-10 minutes really are pivotal for Bridgend.
Set! Down.
Mr. Breakspear asks for the scrum to be reset.
Good this side. Keep it up. Elbow up. Stay long and chase your feet.
Chris Williams, the scrum half for Bridgend, ex-Cardiff player, 31 now, so lots of experience there as well.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, pick it up. Get out of there, Richie. Yeah, sink. Scrum through. Hey,
Crouch.
Down.
Bind. Set.
Once the scrum is satisfactory for Bridgend. Joe Gatt taking it up first time. Now into the midfield they go. That's much better ball for Chris Williams. Price. Ewan Griffin. Quick again. Price. Options either side for Chris Williams. Tries to go with Bowen Davis.
No 7.
Price. Mike Powell in from the blind side. Goes forward off him though.
Into touch pass.
And no way through, unfortunately, for the Ravens. Merthyr are off and running with the quick throw in. And a decent touch finder from Noyle takes play up to the halfway line.
It just pushes Bridgend right back, doesn't it? Desperately trying to get that offload away. One-handed, it was always going to be awkward. You know, there's a couple of phases there Bridgend were trying to build, but for me that ruck needs to be quicker. The ball was there. I'd like to see the 9 getting in a little bit quicker and some more communication to him. Too many times we saw him bent down at the ruck and he's looking left and right. He doesn't know where he's going to pass. That call needs to come in earlier so he can get that ball out.
It's another untidy liner from Bridgend. Ends up in the hands of Kane Woollerton. The Merthyr wing. Ocean Davis, first receiver. Ben Jones' educated left boot. Takes the ball into Bridgend territory. Price. Here we go with the kicking battle again. Thompson. Woollerton. Thompson showing his experience back in the pocket. Noyle. Seemed to catch Callum Bradbury out there, but they get a penalty to Merthyr.
9 slow to roll. Just breathe, boys. Take your time. 9 on the wrong side hasn't cleared.
And once this ball goes dead, we'll go down to the touchline to Lauren. She's got company.
Number 9 just put himself on the wrong side and hasn't cleared the tackle.
Well, it's a terrific touch finder from Gareth Thompson.
Blaenwyr Pen-y-Bont. Scott, never a great time to concede tries either side of the break. How much has that hurt you tonight? Sorry, you've got your own mic.
Yeah, it's a struggle at the minute because obviously we were in the fight. We need to get a foothold in set piece. I think our scrums been really solid, but our line-outs really let us down. We win a line-out, we score off it, so we just need to start winning more ball at line-out time and giving ourselves an opportunity. Because when we win the ball, we look okay. It's just getting the ball at the starter plays, really.
Very good. Job for this one. Thanks, Scott, for your time. Diolch yn fawr.
Scott Baldwin, Wales hooker.
Don't change!
Never played for the Lions, but played with the Lions, of course. As I always like to remind him whenever I do a rugby forum with him. But this is the Merthyr forwards driving towards the Bridgend line, looking for the bonus point now, of course, the Iron Men. And again, Scott Baldwin there, good to see him involved with Bridgend, a current professional player, current international.
Yeah, exactly that, and I think that's the difference, isn't it? He is currently in the thick of it, so all that information, experience, analysis coming down from his time in the URC is directly impacting into the Premiership, which is brilliant.
Got a grounding, yeah? Okay, Wayne, this is coming
Say
to you.
current international, he's not in the side at the moment, but I never like to say ex-international of any international that's still playing, you know.
I'm away from
Assistant to the TMO here.
Lead on this as well, okay? We'll deal with that if we have to, but we have got a penalty advantage against 8.
I'm not sure what they're looking for here. But there's Ben Breakspear. Now, is it? Are they looking for a touchdown or collapsing them all? Or?
Well, I can already see player in from the side.
Yeah, now that would have been Phil Steele showing all his experience as a commentator, deferring to his expert summariser to sort it out.
They must be looking for grounding.
There's a couple of Merthyr hands in the air. It's Rhys Williams with the...
We're still looking, Ben, okay?
The celebration.
Yeah, no, just take as long as you need to find the penalty evidence to overturn, yeah? Just let him do his job.
Rhys Williams and Tavis Noel say something, except the ball has gone bouncing away.
Okay, Ben, there's no clear evidence to overturn it toward the try.
Okay, no clear evidence, you stick with the on-field decisions to try.
And the try's been awarded. That is the bonus point. Well, I didn't even notice the referee awarding the try in the first place. But that's what they've gone on, isn't it? No reason why you can't award the try. He said stick with your decision to award the try.
The on-field decision, yeah. Bridgend were appealing that potentially there was some obstruction hindering their opportunity to defend that. But TMO couldn't see anything clear and obvious.
It looks like Tom Daly, the number 8, who was the man who got the final touch. And that is the bonus point. And that just about takes Merthyr, you would think, out of sight with the way the game is at the moment.
Yeah, I agree.
Not played the hour. Thompson's conversion goes wide. There's the try scorer, Tom Daly.
George, a couple of side entries when we're going backwards.
Played over 100 games for the Ironmen, former Cardiff number 8 as well.
As a team, so I just want to see a change.
Bowen Davis just going off for Bridgend. Price and Bridgend have got to get on the scoreboard as soon as possible, you would think here.
No, the ball's available. Ball's available.
Otherwise, they could be staring down the barrel, rather.
Yeah, absolutely. You just feel like the momentum is with Merthyr now.
Step on side. Back foot step. 8 step.
Noyle with the relieving kick. He is product of Glynneath. Originally, Tavis Noyle.
Yeah, he's back on his feet.
One of only 3 players to have played for all professional clubs in Wales. And if you're shouting at the television that you know the other 2, I'll tell you who they are. Liam Davis, of course, and Tal Selly. What a Bridgend got now? Chris Williams. Price with a long cutout pass, finding Kane Woolerton on this left-hand side. Evervale defence, though, is up again quick. A hack through from Thompson. Tyler Williams has to go back. Does well to evade Thompson. Does well a second time as well. It's all shoveling possession at the moment, though, and Price has to put his foot to it. A touch on that far side, but conceding possession.
Fullback Tyler Williams there doing really well to avoid that tackle. And a bit of a panic kick there by Luke Price, but it certainly relieved the pressure.
So is this just static from Bridgend behind the scrum, or is it Merthyr's defence just harrying them? Or?
I think Merthyr has certainly upped their ante in their defence, yeah.
No, you're on the end of the line.
Other forms of Australian beer and cola are available. Williams throws. Barnes-Wallace pass from Noyle. Thompson cleans up. It's more likely from Noyle back to Ben Jones in the pocket. Gives it the order of the boot down into Bridgend territory. Loud blast on the whistle. Penalty for Bridgend.
Yeah. 3 offside, in front goal advancing.
Tyler Williams is off.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Finding Mike Powell. Bridgend trying to get some momentum and some urgency into the play.
He squared up for me.
Price using his dummy runners. It's all behind the gain line though. And that
Always
just about
inside.
sums up Bridgend's attempts behind the scrum so far tonight. And that is a huge relieving touch finder from Tavis Loyal. And a 50-22 as well.
It's a 50-22.
So
That's brilliant, isn't it? Talk about relieving pressure and then turning that defence into an excellent attacking opportunity. Under so much pressure there, so close, such an acute angle to be able to keep the ball in.
Time off.
fabulous from Tavis Noyle.
Lads, 1. Change.
11 times capped for Wales.
Time is
32
off,
now.
Time is off. Okay, I'll reset this. 2 seconds. Are you in or are you going to be as a... Okay, just take a step then. And set them to you, yeah? Lads, on your front, man.
And again, Philip, it's great for the young players of Merthyr to have something like Tavis around the camp.
Oh, absolutely. And not just on the field, but it's the off-the-field stuff, the professionalism, how you apply yourself to your training, your nutrition, all those will be fantastic for the younger players to learn from.
Use it!
And has the distinction of being the last coal worker, coal miner to play for Wales, Tavis Noyle.
Nothing clear for me. Nothing clear.
Luke Price.
No clear touch, no. I didn't have a clear touch on field, no. As you are. Pop your front man, please.
So I wonder will Merthyr fancy this.
Okay, Merthyr, in we come, please.
Football to come on S4C, Scorio, Airbus against Bala. As a rare Merthyr line-out goes astray.
We're outside. Use it.
Once again, slow for Chris Williams. Price. He has to kick it in the end though. Joe Gatt's right foot. And it's safe, but that's about all.
It's been touched.
So if you're Merthyr now, Philippa, you just and you're just happy to keep the territory basically.
Yeah,
sit
keep
on the lead,
territory.
got the bonus point.
Absolutely, but apply the pressure. Keep the intensity ramped up in their defence.
There's Roland Phillips with his little black book. I've had 14 new signings this season, Bridgend. A few of them playing tonight. It's a beautiful offload from Thompson. They've got the penalty coming. Noyle might not need it. Gives it to Paddy McBride. Noyle once more, sizing his options. And almost exhibition stuff now from Merthyr, just going through the phases. Possession at will. Lovely out of the cat flap from Ben Jones.
Step.
Noyle once more, just that little initial snipe, keeping the back row interested.
Still playing advantage.
Still advantage. Little kick meant for Hoskins. Takes it beautifully in the air and over he goes. The winger. Well, lovely take, lovely vision as well. Adam Hoskins with Merthyr's 5th.
Lovely high take there, really well read to get that crossfield kick in. Oh, he was good patience by the winger there. You could see there was a beautiful line on the 22, which could tell you if the winger was onside.
As you are, Garke.
Obviously needs to be behind the kicker there. And he just held his own, just behind the 22. Able to run onto it at an angle as well.
Yeah, slide rule chip by Rhys Davies it was.
Got help in December. Got help in December.
Second try of the season for Hoskins. And there's no doubt surely now about the outcome of this game as we just crossed the hour mark. Second time tonight we see Thompson attempting with a drop kick, and this time he is successful.
Yeah, I think it was 10 minutes either side of the half. That's really where this game was decided, and that's when Merthyr kicked on, but
just hold on a sec, Luke.
Most importantly continued with their momentum into the second half. And now they're starting to open up and attack. You know when a team is confident when they start varying their attack, putting in kicks like that.
So it could be damage limitation from here on in for Bridgend as they bring on Gareth Harvey. Kentford Hill product for Evan Yardley at hooker. Luke Price.
We've got the ball.
Once again, though, Merthyr have turned it. Tom Daly. Noyle with another of his probing kicks, finds Green again, and that could be another 50-22. Brilliant from Tavis Noyle. A second wonderful 50-22 out of defence.
It was brilliantly timed as well because it was a quick turnover. You could see their Bridgend defence they didn't come absolutely flying up because they hadn't had a chance to set. So it just gives Tavis Noyle that extra second to pull that ball away, get plenty of height on the kick and plenty of distance.
Well, a real wand of a boot twice from the scrum half. Rhys Williams' throw. So we've seen a couple of tries from drives so far from Merthyr. And Tavis Noyle behind that scrum. Well, it's an armchair ride. Type and slippers and a decent bottle of red for Tavis Noyle at the moment.
Okay, one stop, don't change.
Ball expertly smuggled to the back. Rhys Lewis, the tight head, fancies his chances by the look of it. There they go for one more thrust. Noyle to Rhys Davies. Noyle again. Well, there's lots of space on that far side, out of shot. Now they go for that to Merthyr. Jones trying his luck.
He's released the ball and the ball's gone backwards.
Noyle using the first big pod. And look how keen all those Merthyr runners are. Ben Jones, his little dink through, looking for Hoskins, trying to get a second. Well, Tyler Williams did really well to somehow get that away. And was he taken out after the ball? We'll have to probably come back to look at that as Thompson chips into the 22. Game opening up. No one in the Bridgend defence fancied that one. And here's Sam Jones. Jones all the way over again for a second try, in theory, because we'll probably come back for that late tackle.
Sorry, Wayne, this is coming to you. At the moment, we've got try on field. We just need to go back and check the actions of 15 green in the air for potential foul play.
They definitely picked it up.
Okay.
I think it was the late one on Tyler Williams, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It was the kick through from the Bridgend player, was then ended up on the ground. So was there a change of direction from the Merthyr player that infringed him from following up on that kick?
Okay, wait, we're at the screen, Paul. Roll me your best angle when you can, please.
Yeah, this is the best angle coming up now.
So all the, as happens these days, the referee and his assistants have come down to the into the Merthyr 22 to look at the TV monitor. I think that was, despite Ben Jones's, I got that as quick as I could, I think that was fairly obvious.
Play real time as well, all right?
Could be in a bit of trouble, actually, Ben Jones, if the referee decides it's high and in the air. And late.
It's definitely late.
Okay, just give me your best angle one more time, when then just let
well,
me
looking at a yellow, I would have thought.
We'll do the first one again, okay? The first one. That one now.
Well, if that's high to the head, you could be a red in the offing.
For me, there's no direct contact with the head there. There's certainly upper torso. But I don't think it would be going for red. Potentially could be yellow.
Yeah, he's red, the refs.
Okay, what I'm seeing here then, the guy is in the air. He's then changed the line, turned his shoulder. The point of contact is in the chest. So at the moment, I'm at yellow card, unless anyone is thinking any different. Wayne, have you got anything different to add to the facts?
No, they are the facts.
Thank you.
They are the facts. It's the TMO. It's going to be a yellow card.
15! 15!
For Ben Jones.
It's a penalty with the ball lands, lads, okay? Yeah, it's a penalty with the ball lands. No, it's a penalty with the ball lands. So,
yeah, absolutely, and obviously try is not then given because that is how Merthyr got the ball back, attacked and scored. So they've got to go right back now to that infringement, wipe that try off. And yeah, as much as the players in the air, you think, oh, well, how can they change their line of run, their direction, and prevent themselves from hitting that player? But trust me, you can. He's got that time there to bring his arm down, he books the shoulder in, and that's what really makes the contact.
I know it is, so just let him get the mark for us, and then we'll restart. Yeah.
Referee just checking where the double penalty, of course, is.
Okay, so you're going backwards. It's where it lands, and it's out 15 because it landed inside, so here's the penalty.
Where the ball is kicked.
Late tackle, obstruction.
Price does the necessary down the touchline.
Numbers, really! Numbers!
Okay, send them on still.
We've said about Merthyr now, just quite happy to go through the phases, enjoy the lead and play a bit of exhibition stuff. Bridgend, how do they want to finish the last 15 minutes, Philippa?
They've got to score. They've absolutely got to score. You know, they haven't scored enough in the first two games. They started well in this one, but they've just let the game run away from them. So they're not scoring to win, but they need to score just to get those points to tally up.
Let's go.
The tail of the line out there, just come on, Chris Phillips. Prop for Merthyr, former Rhythrelin player, and Pontypridd. Wales into 16 cap, Phillips. Once again, it's gone awry for Bridgend behind the scrum, and Merthyr tails up on the attack.
Advantage.
Butterfingers from Paddy McBride. Going down for some words from Lauren. She's got company.
Owain, Craig, you enjoyed standing from the sidelines tonight and watch your team rack up 5 tries and play with a bit of confidence in these latter stages?
Yeah, it's been a tough 2 weeks. We had 2 big losses, and it's good to see the boys get out there and put a performance in, never mind the win. Yeah, it's nice to see.
Do you hope, how confident are you a performance like this then can kickstart your season?
Well, hopefully we had a good win against RGC, but then we locked ourselves down in the last 2 weeks. But if we can gain some composure and keep with a winning mentality, we've got a couple of big injuries, so hopefully they can narrow themselves out, and the boys who are playing today have done extremely well.
And you're one of those injured. Just give us an update on your injury and when we can expect you back.
Fingers crossed next week. So I started running last week. It's a little hamstring injury, but hopefully I'm back next week, Swansea. So that's my aim anyway.
Do you get frustrated watching from the sidelines?
Always. I never normally on the sideline, so when I am, it's a tough one.
You'll be back speaking to me post-match next week, I'm sure. Thank you, Craig.
Hopefully. Thanks very much. Thanks.
We are Craig Locke, one of the great characters of the Merthyr team, and a great contributor to Premiership rugby, both for Pontypridd and for Merthyr.
No, it's not.
And it'd be great to see him back on the field.
Now you're inside.
Second row with a hamstring problem. Comments for the Potato.
Behind. Use it!
Justin James on for Merthyr at scrum half. Great experience.
Yeah, okay.
Former Scarlets. Over 200 appearances for Llanelli as well. 34 now. So they're well served in the scrum half department in terms of experience to Merthyr. In a long old season.
Okay,
Jared Cushin on as well. Outside back. For Adam Hoskins as Merthyr just ring the changes. What have Bridgend got in the last 12 minutes? Price. Last pass from Tyler Williams, though, just going astray. And that's a bit of a symbolic of Bridgend's night.
Yeah, just can't quite string it together, can they?
Okay. Number 3, change.
Roshan Davis, his work done for the evening.
They make a
Alongside
change.
Tavis Noyle.
Okay, lads, set your front man. I'll count them the same as you. Yeah. Okay, Merthyr, let's set, please. Set while we've got time.
So Merthyr reminder, still down to the 14 after the yellow card to Ben Jones. So can Bridgend take advantage of that? Well, they've got an advantage at this line out. The Merthyr bench, all pretty happy with the evening.
Just keep that break foot as well, yeah? About 10, I think. About. Crouch, no, because not uncontested. Bind! Set!
10 minutes to go. 34-10, Merthyr lead Bridgend. Bridgend scrum has been one of the plus points of the night. Price. Joe Gatt, this is a lovely bit of play from Bridgend. Last pass again, though. Wallerton just couldn't handle it. It was a bit behind him, though, in his defence.
Yeah, it was, but up until that point, everything was gorgeous. Lovely set piece, really timed bit of movement, some decoy runners, balls going out the back. That's the pass there. No, I do think the winger could have held a little bit on that depth. But still, pass should have found him.
Yeah, there would have been a scoring pass as well for definite for Kane Wallerton. Not sure whether the ball may have just taken a nudge off the defender, just deflecting it behind him slightly. But they'd be disappointed with that, Bridgend. And they've got a bit of a shove on there as well of the Ravens, even though Merthyr got a break out of defence. And here we've got a foot race on. Back goes Mike Powell for Bridgend. As the game breaks up, Rhys Davis, the man who made the break for Merthyr. Price. Williams on the volley from Thompson. Taken by Luke Price.
You're in front.
Penalty. Price takes the penalty quickly, but that wasn't from the mark.
Sorry, in front of the mark.
And that was a shame for Luke Price because he spotted something.
You're about 3 metres in front, sorry, Luke.
Price wangs it over this near side touchline.
Yeah.
There's a picture of frustration there on the face of Luke Price.
Good on the front man.
Gareth Harvey on for Bridgend. Said earlier he's a Kenfig Hill product.
Onside.
Davy Davis is on as well for Bridgend. That's Conti and Cardiff back rower.
Step back.
Chris Williams is kick. Well, Woollerton put in a good chase and puts his man to ground as well. Sam Jones, the man.
Okay, advantage.
Merthyr back there in numbers though. Going to come back for a penalty though for taken out in the air by the look of it. Thompson's touch finder.
Okay, Bridgend, take the line.
Yeah, that's the contact in the air there. You can just see the Bridgend player coming in before the Merthyr players managed to get their feet to ground.
Just move that hooker, guys.
2 minutes left on the yellow card for Merthyr. Lovely off the top ball down to Justin James.
That forearms on the chest for me, and I should go anything different.
Over the 10-metre line they go. Merthyr with a bit of momentum as well. It's low for James, and
have you got any foul play there, Wayne, or is it just play on?
he'll have to
Okay.
use his big man. Jack Perkins that time. Now to the left-hand side. Go Merthyr. A little bit of lateral for them. Somebody's going to have to
He's taking the ball.
straighten it up. A high tackle against Bridgend.
About 6.
Looks like David Thomas, the man.
First one was great, and then you just isolate on the ground. Just over 5.
Thompson, and that's a pretty dead finder of a touch kick.
There you go, you can just see the arm going around the neck there. 13 Bridgend. Which is a shame because the challenge at the ruck there was good.
Local Merthyr finish with a flourish. With another 8-man drive. Dan Wall to throw. It's lovely for Merthyr, that'll need to be tidied up. They've got such dominance at the breakdown that that'll be no problem for the Ironmen.
Step.
James with Christian Phillips standing off. And all the Merthyr forwards keen to get their hands on it. Good counter drive from Bridgend though. Spoiled at the end for Justin James. Merthyr have had to give a couple of metres.
Onside.
Philippa, well, we're just going through the phases here. Your man of the match would be?
Well, it's going to be coming from the Merthyr side, and I think there's only one player. If you get two 50-22s off defensive kicks that drastically impact the game, then I think you can only look at the player in number 9, Tavis Noyle.
As Paddy McBride tries to finish it off for Merthyr. Yeah, Tavis Noyle, the man of the match then. It's decided by Philippa Tetiet. Deliberate knock-on, possibly. Penalty coming there for Merthyr. And not only has he put in the 2 lovely 22s, he scored a try, Philippa, and his general control has been terrific.
It's been fantastic, and the speed of the ruck that he's managed to generate as well, showing that experience. His delivery has been fantastic, and his defensive effort has been really good as well.
That's Jared Cushion getting the yellow. Ewan Griffith, rather, the yellow for Bridgend.
Okay, thank you. Scrum option.
Ben Jones back on as Ewan Griffith goes off for Bridgend.
Yeah, okay. Time off. Just quick time check, Wayne, please. 3 minutes.
As we just play out these final 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, time is off.
And what do you think that there he is, the man of the match? Said and again, player of the match, Tavis Noyle, as chosen by Philippa Tetiet.
3 minutes, please.
There's the try.
Can't roll in a rugby field, Jack.
Tell us why those are 2 wonderful pieces of skill, Philippa.
Well, first of all, you always want your number 9 to be confident to have a sniper around the ruck, but the key is that they don't overdo it. They pick their time, and you haven't seen Tavis Noyle snipe that many times around the ruck. He chose the perfect time. He got the score from it. And then just putting in a box kick like that, that's a hard skill to do. You're almost kicking it blind. You're not actually looking at where you're aiming the ball. So it's a real skillful kick to be able to get the distance, the height, and to get a 50-22 out of it. They are hard to get.
That was just one of the examples. He had another one, didn't he, which was even longer from down in his own 22. And what do you think of that law altogether? It's a relatively new law. A good thing for rugby?
I like it. Yeah, I really like it. It encourages more of the backfield players to drop back and try and defend that area, because obviously it's such an attacking weapon if you can get the ball out in that fashion. And what that does, if you're dropping your back three, so your wingers and your fullbacks, it should in theory create a little bit more space in the defensive front line. So looking for a bit more open play rugby. But I just like it. I think it adds an extra dynamic to the kicking game.
James to feed. Tom Jevons has it at the back from Merthyr, and away they go again, heading towards the Bridgend posts. And it's Permany, one of 4 forwards here. It's Jack Perkins first up. Justin James. I don't think this is going to go very far.
Leave it, Bridgend! Onside.
Onside, yeah. Chippy, you got 9.
It's your own man's leg.
Chippy, you got 9.
Use it.
Very slow, but it won't matter because they've got forward dominance here of Merthyr. Luke Price tries to come over for the jackal, or rather, Gareth Harvey tries to come over for the jackal. Callum Bradbury. Knock on, saves Bridgend.
You can just hear then Merthyr saying, slow it down, keep it tight, pick and go. They're happy really to just bide the clock, keep the pressure on Bridgend.
Big play, boys. Let's go again. Let's go again. Second, please. Second.
Into the last minute then, comfortable for Merthyr. 5 tries to 1. Bridgend did lead 10-3 at one stage, almost up to the end of the first quarter, before Rhys Davis got Merthyr's first try, and they've never looked back then since then of the Iron Men. Tries by Tavis Noyle, Sam Jones, Tom Daly and Adam Hoskins. Gareth Thompson converted 3 and kicked a penalty. Just the Evan Yardley try for Bridgend, converted by Luke Price, who also put over a penalty.
Don't move, lads. Merthyr's as you are. Set as you are.
A 5-man line out for Bridgend. Last chance for them to salvage
They're
something
going to stay in their mark. You must stay on centre.
from a disappointing night, which began well.
Good. Just take a step, Jess, please, backwards.
And yet again, that's probably about the 6th or 7th line out that they've overcooked. And Chris Phillips is the gleeful Merthyr forward who capitalise on it. James. Can Merthyr finish it with a flourish? Ben Jones out to Hoskins, and another chip and nip by Hoskins. That's going to go dead then, and that'll be it. Referee's whistle goes. 5 tries to 1 in favour of Merthyr. Pretty comprehensive, Philippa Tetiot.
Yeah, very comprehensive in the end, wasn't it? Like you say, early exchanges were tight, 1 apiece, but it was really that 10 minutes just before the end of the first half where Merthyr regained some confidence, some dominance, and then key was the fact that they kicked on in the second half.
Thanks for joining us on the red button. It finished here at the Brewery Field, Bridgend, 10, Merthyr 34.
Ie, wel, da i gais naill ochr yr egwyl. Really di roi rheolaeth I Ferthyr heno, a wnaethon nhw adeiladu ar y fantes yna. Ail fuddugoliaeth y tymor iddyn nhw, a dyma sut mae pethau'n edrych. Hynny'n golygu bod nhw wedi dringo i'r 4 safle. O'r 8fed safle, wrth gwrs, mae Aberafa a Abertawe wedi chwarae 1 gêm yn fwy. Fydd y gweddill yn chwarae pnawn dydd Sadwrn. Pen y bont nawr ar waelod y tabl. Dal yn edrych am y fuddugoliaeth gynta, dal falle yn dod yn gyfarwydd a tîm newydd ac hyfforddwr newydd. A dyma'r gemau sydd I ddod dros y penwythnos. Aberafa, maen nhw'n croesawu y Cwins Caerfyrddin yn gobeithio adeiladu ar eu mantais nhw yn y tabl. Llanelli'n croesawu Rygbi Gogledd Cymru, Llanymddyfri yn chwarae Casnewydd. Ac yn ymuno dyn ni nawr, mae Tavis Noel syr yn y gêm. Tavis, llongychiadau mawr, eich ail fuddugoliaeth yn, wel, o'r tymor ar ôl y Curo Rygbi Gogledd Cymru wythnos 1. Fel mae'n teimlo?
Yeah, dda iawn. Yeah, it's just nice to play and enjoy it. But yeah, it's great to get a win and a good reaction from last week.
You called this league a bit of a stress reliever, didn't you? You said it reminded how much you loved playing rugby. Showed it out there this evening.
Yeah, I think people underestimate this league. I think there's so many good players that don't come through as a youngster, and I think it's... you know, there's so many players that play over 200, 300 games for their clubs and stuff, so on. You can see so many good players playing. And I'll be honest with you, it is tough. But in all fairness to our forward side, it made life a lot easier for us as backs.
To have a kicking game, obviously, something you boys had great benefit from today. Is that something you worked on in the week, and how important do you think that is moving forward for you in the season?
Yeah, I think field position's massive, especially in this league. I took my Toblerone foot off today. I think it's a bit better than normal. It don't happen often, once every 10 years, I think. So, yeah, it's nice. I think we kicked quite well tonight as a team, and it's got us into good positions.
How many 50-22s was it? 2, 3? Something you particularly enjoyed?
It's about time I had one. I don't think I've ever had one, so it's quite nice, actually.
And you also grabbed yourself a try. You played a pivotal role in setting a few up. How nice was it to get over yourself?
All from about 500 mil. No, it was good. It's always nice to have a try. It's great to get a win as well with the team, so that was really important.
Playing behind that pack is probably great for you as a 9, and the boys going forward on every carry makes it a bit easier for you to get your hands on the ball quickly.
Yeah, it does, and creates space for others, and it just makes a lot of difference. So it was just nice to get a win and enjoying it for what it is. It's game rugby at the end of the day, isn't sometimes no need to complicate it, and I've saw hundreds of calls, and it's just nice to express yourself and enjoy it, and that's what the coaches here want you to do, so I'm a bit blessed for that, so it's nice.
Tavis, good luck next week for Swansea. Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr iawn I ti.
Cheers, Tav.
Diolch. O Steph, ti nath... Diolch, Tavis, pob lwc. Ti nath dewis e fel y ser yn y gêm. Be oedd y prifer fel na nath arwain ti'r penderfyniad na?
Yeah, fi'n credu just a game kick-on fel siarad ni am yn wych on hefyd, just a siarad nath ar own y car, then arwain y pack round, just really dylanwadol ar y perfformiad.
Luke, pa mor anodd falle oedd y gêm na? Diolch am ymuno ni ddechrau. Mae'n braf gael ti nôl ym Mhen y Bont, ond lot o'r elfennau sylfaenol oedd Scott yn gweud pethau fel lein, y bas ola yn mynd yn eich erbyn chi heno.
Yeah, we're bitterly disappointed after that. I thought first half for sort of 30-35 minutes we were in control. Although a set piece didn't function up until that point, I thought we were in control. They scored either side of half time on that. That really stuck a dagger in for us, and I know we just started chasing the game and going off script a bit, trying to get it in the game, and then the last 15 minutes we have 2 try scoring opportunities and we missed the last pass. So that's the story of the game for us, and it's just bitterly disappointing.
You certainly understood my Welsh pretty well there, even if you can't speak it, so thanks. But do you feel you're moving in the right direction? You're still looking for your first win in the league. You did beat Pontypridd in the Cup. Do you feel it's a matter of getting used to a new setup?
I think we just need to be more consistent. We play Merthyr pre-season and we play really well. Then we dropped off against Aberavon, we go back up to Pontypridd and we play really well, and then we we played well last week, but it was ill-discipline. And then tonight, like, you look at the first 30 minutes, like I said, we're in total control without a set piece, and then and then we leave 2 tries in, and we take a bit of a dip for the rest of the game. So I think we are moving in the right direction, but as a squad we've got a responsibility to turn up every week and turn up for the majority of the 80 minutes, and I just feel at the minute we're not there yet, and that's where we are as a team.
Luke, we've got to let you go. Thank you very much, and good luck for next week. Yeah, I dyna be oedd ei ti pan ti'n edrych ar berfformiad Pen y Bont, y bas ola a'r lein yn benodol erfen y sylfaenol ddim yn gweithio, Steff.
Ie, fi'n credu hwnna oedd stori'r gêm, nhw creu nhw cyfleuon, ond nhw ddim quite digon cywir gyda'r bel, a oedd y llinell yn real broblem yn nhw'n ffili gael dim lot o meddiant yn y gêm, felly hwnna'n broblem fawr yn nhw'n symud mlaen.
Rowland, llongyfarchiadau mawr. Fe nath y flesio di fwyaf am y gêm na a'r perfformiad heno?
Wel, of course, ennill. Mae'n gwybod fwy mae'n bwysig meini, ond mae wedi dangos yn gyr o gemau foments dda iawn. Ond tyfod tro gyntaf mae wedi rhoi y gêm i gyd yn grwn gyda'i gilydd. So, hapus, ond mwy hapus i'r chwaraewyr, maen nhw'n gweithio mor galed, a wario mor dda heno, ni'n falch am hynny.
Ie, ti yn dysgu mwy am y garfan wythnos ar ôl wythnos yn wedig ar ôl gêm fel hon, lle ar adegau y blaenwyr yn ennill tir yng nghanol cae, ond wedyn digon o gyflymder yn y llinell gefn fyd.
Ie, na, achos o'n i'n gwybod we Pen y Bont yn mynd rhoi cic o lot, so lot o gwaith yw boes yn y cefn i wneud, ond fel ath y gêm lan, a we rhaid nhw redig y pel, o'n i'n mor hapus iawn gyda'r amddiffyn, a dwi'n dysgu lot mwy bod i nhw, ond dwi'n meddwl falle maen nhw'n dysgu tymach mwy bod i fi hefyd nawr.
Go on, Steph.
Ie, jyst o'n i'n siarad beth i game kick-on, a taf job gwych o'r game kick-on, rhoi sylfaen i chi fel blaenwyr i mynd mlaen. Pa mae bwysig yw hwnna i chi mynd mlaen i gweddill y tymor?
Mae mawn yn bwysig iawn. Mae'n i bod, do'r gêm diwetha, sy'n beth wedi'n mynd yn dda, ond mae'n i wastad y ffydd mae pethau mynd i fod yn well, a gweithio'n galed, achos sim shortcuts, dyma ni'n ffordd chi'n gwneud yna beth mae'n sôn boes, a mae'n neis i cael rhywbeth ar diwedd y gyr o'r gwaith galed i ennill y gêm, so mae'n un o'r pwysig ni'n mynd ymlaen.
Rowland, diolch yn fawr am dy gwmni di hyn, o braf gweld ti nôl.
Diolch yn fawr.
Owen Gwynedd yn cael sus, ond na i adael ti fynd, welai di eto. Mae pethefnos o gemau yn dod lan, dyn ni'n awr cyn ein saib nesa. Glenebwy yn croesawu Llan Ymddyfri, byddwn ni yn Parc Eugene am y tro cyntaf o brofiad y man mwyaf oer yng Nghymru, a wedyn byddwn ni'n teithio'r gorllewin. Quins yn croesawu Pontypridd. Ond dyna ni. A dyma beth sy'n dod lan dros yr wythnos nesaf bach o bildrod ar gyfer chi nos yfory. Y pêl-rwyd rhyngwladol pnawn dydd Llun, a mi fydd y rygbi pawb nôl nos Fercher nesa. Gweddar llediad fyw yn dechrau am 20 munud wedi 7. A dwi'n siŵr fydd Steph Hughes hefyd nôl rhywbryd yn ystod y tymor. Diolch yn fawr am dy gwmni di hyn. O, fel wnaethon ni sôn cyn y gêm, 160 o bwyntiau wedi esgorio dros y 2 wythnos gynta. Erbyn nawr, mae dros 200. Cadarnhad os nunlle gwell i fod ar nos Iau. Diolch am eich chwmni.